Hi guys, today we're talking about fact families. As you can see, we have the Simpsons here. It's all about fact families today. Okay, fact family. A fact family is a set of related addition and subtraction number sentences that use the same numbers. Here you have an example of 5 plus 2. Let's try another color. 5 plus 2 equals 7. You also have 2 plus 5 equals 7. And the inverse of that, which is still a part of the fact family, we'll talk about the inverse operation in a second, is 7 minus 2 equals 5, and 7 minus 5 equals 2. Now, what do you notice about these numbers? You have a 5 here, a 2 here, and a 7 here. Guess what? You also have a 2, a 5, and a 7. Again, a 7, a 2, and a 5, and a 7, 5, and 2. Now, just like the Simpsons family, you have everyone is always a part of that family. You don't have any strangers that ever come into that house. Think of that with the fact family. This helps us add and subtract number sentences a little bit quicker if we recognize that if we start off with a certain combination of numbers and we switch them around, they'll give us a different answer, but they're still a part of the same family, okay? So, and one little thing that I would like to note about the subtraction problem, 7 minus 2 equals 5, whenever you're subtracting within a fact family, you're always going to start off with the largest number and subtract the two smallest numbers for it to stay in the family, okay? So here we're talking about the inverse, or I like to flip it, the inverse operation. These are operations that undo each other, such as addition and subtraction. So the opposite of adding is, of course, subtracting. So that goes with the inverse operation, okay? So here we have a few number sentences that are matched up with their subtraction counterparts, okay? You have 8 plus 2 matching up with 10 minus 2 equals 8. You have 4 plus 3 equals 7, matching up with 7 minus 3 equals 4. And lastly, you have 16 minus 9 equals 7, matching up with 9 plus 7 equaling 16. Okay, let's pause for a moment. If you notice anything, the trick with the inverse operation, which derives or comes from the fact families, is that if you're adding something and you want to check your work, well, guess what? Switch those numbers around and subtract it, and if you get the same number that's a part of those add-ins, if your sum or your add-ins are all in the same family, your answer is correct, okay? So here we have 8 plus 2 equaling 10. We know that, but if we want to check our work, we take that sum and we subtract it from the smallest number. And guess what? Keep in mind, fact families, what's another way that we could do this? We could also do 10. Let's take a second to do that. We could also still do 10 minus 8. And because we're still in the fact family, it should equal 2. And it does equal 2. Just as if we could switch around 2 plus 8, it'll still equal 10. And bonus points for those who can tell me what the significance of 2 plus 8 equaling 10 and 8 plus 2 equaling 10 is. What property does that fall under, okay? All right, now it's your turn. Take these number sentences down here below, and here you have 4 different sections for fact families. So with your fact families, you're always going to have 2 addition problems and 2 subtraction problems. So pause the video, find all of the math problems down here, the number sentences, and match them up with the correct fact families and write them in your math terms, okay? All right, here, now on your own, I want you to make up your own fact families, okay? Again, as you see, you have 2 addition problems and 2 subtraction problems, and these should have the 2 same add-ins and then the same sum, though that combination of numbers should always be together, okay? All right, and lastly, complete each number sentence using the inverse operation. All right, so we have 5 plus 8 equals 13. So we switch that around. 13 minus 5 should equal. All right, pause the video and solve these problems. All right, guys, take care. Bye.